Could you be walking the tightrope of courage without even realizing it? It might seem like an odd question, but when we delve into the ancient wisdom of Greek philosopher Aristotle, it starts to make a lot more sense. Picture a spectrum. On one end, we have cowardice, an excessive fear that paralyzes and prevents action. Cowards might perceive threats as larger than they are, underestimate their abilities, or simply lack faith in their capacity to face adversity. Their fear holds them back from seizing opportunities, standing up for what they believe in, or even offering help when it's needed. Now let's swing to the opposite extreme. Here we find rashness, a deficiency of fear that leads to reckless and impulsive behavior. Those who are rash underestimate dangers, overestimate their abilities, or simply seek thrill without considering the consequences. They may disregard safety measures, act impulsively in dangerous situations, or take unnecessary risks that can lead to harm. Now imagine the middle ground between these two extremes. This, according to Aristotle, is where true courage resides. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather a healthy respect for it. The courageous are those who understand the risks involved, yet do not let fear consume them. They recognize their strengths, assess situations carefully, and act decisively when faced with challenges. They don't shy away from difficult discussions, nor do they act recklessly. Instead, they take calculated risks when necessary, stepping beyond their comfort zones for a noble cause. But striking this balance isn't as easy as it sounds. The golden mean of courage can shift based on the circumstances. A soldier in the heat of battle may display courage differently than a scientist conducting a risky experiment. But in both cases, courage involves a measured understanding of the risks involved. And this is where reason comes into play. Aristotle emphasized that courage isn't about acting on impulse or being driven purely by emotion. It's about making a conscious choice after considering the situation, possible outcomes, and the risks involved. The courageous weigh their options, consider potential consequences, and then act. So, to summarize, courage, as per Aristotle, is a golden mean between the extremes of cowardice and rashness. It involves a healthy respect for fear, a reasoned understanding of the situation, and a decisive action in the face of challenges. It's not about being fearless, but about knowing when and how to face your fears. And perhaps most importantly, it's about understanding that the line of courage isn't fixed. It's a dynamic tightrope that adjusts based on circumstances. And that, dear listener, is the beauty of Aristotle's golden mean of courage. It's not about being fearless, but about knowing when and how to face your fears. And perhaps most importantly, it's about understanding that the line of courage isn't fixed. It's a dynamic tightrope that adjusts based on circumstances. So next time you're faced with a challenge, remember to strike that balance and walk the tightrope of courage with wisdom and grace.
Best version of you channel. Thanks for watching. Like and comment.